Sometimes when dealing with multiple objects, let's say shapes, you may find the need to align them in some fashion so that they're either all on this side, bottom, top, left, right, or in the center. Or sometimes you have some objects that you want to space evenly so that there's a certain amount of space in between your objects. What we can do to make that a lot easier is to go to the Window menu and choose the Align panel. And this is what it looks like. It has two options, Align and Distribute. I'm going to draw a couple of ellipses here. Actually, I'll just draw one. I'll have the computer do the rest for me. I'll go over here and twirl my layers closed and selected, and press Command or Control D to duplicate that, and then move it over. Duplicate again, move that one, and duplicate just one more time. I'm also going to Shift select them all. The reason I have to do that is because this panel doesn't activate unless there's actually work for it to do. Let me just demonstrate that for you. I'll deselect it by clicking on a blank spot, and notice that there's nothing illuminated anymore. I'll actually tear this panel off and bring it up here. So once again, I'll Shift select, and as long as I have more than one object selected, it's ready to go. So what I can do to find out what these little symbols mean is to simply hover my mouse over it. Alright, so this one will horizontal left alignment. And now, boom, they're all on the left. I'll undo that, and now this one would be centered. Pow! And this one, of course, will be right. So as you can see, I can align top, center, bottom very easily by just looking at these icons. They give you a great indicator as to how they're going to be aligned. Now, once again, Distribute works in a different fashion. It doesn't worry too much about snapping things to a position. Instead, it worries about getting the spacing in between these guys in an even fashion. So I'll click here, and notice that they don't move, but it does try its best to give me some spacing based on what I choose here. So here's centered, vertical, and so on. And there's barely any movement when you select things like that. Sometimes you just got to grab a couple of them, like 3 or so, and then click on it and see what happens. So once again, based on what you have selected, you can align your layers, or you can distribute them. Distribute will evenly space them, and Align will move them around.